Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, we have two questions for you. Number one, do your chickens eat their own eggs? And number two, do they poop all over them? Well, if you've got that same problem, we're going to show you how to take an ordinary paint tray to make a DIY roll-away nesting box. Stay tuned. All right, well, if you've got egg layers like we do, we've got about 11 of them right now and 10 more down in the chicken tractor growing so we can add them to this flock. The problem we ran into is we've tried everything. When you've got a hen that gets the taste of their own eggs, it's like crack for them. And they are just relentless. So there's a couple of hens that we have. We don't really want to get rid of them. So we've tried everything from the ceramic eggs. These look like the type that they lay because we have
Rhode Island Reds.
We have the Rhode Island Reds, so they lay brown eggs like this. We've even tried taking one of the eggs that they cracked open and filling it with mustard. That worked for about a day or two, and it's like they didn't care. They were still going after the eggs. We have also implemented getting our kids multiple times a day coming out checking eggs just so that it's not tempting and it's not left in the nesting box. So the final solution would be to get one of those roll-away nesting boxes, which are several $100s. And if you're on a budget like us, you try to look for easier, cheaper ways that you can implement those type of things but fit them into your budget. So we came up with a solution using a paint tray. So we're going to walk you through the setup of what we use and how my wife built those and show you how it works. Okay, so this is inside our chickshaw 4.6. We made some modifications, and there's a hen getting into the calcium feeders, and there is also the grit. All right, so nesting boxes. Yep. We've got 3 of them.
Yeah, and originally we had, our milk crates kind of up on where the base was on it and they could climb in like a box, right? So I turned them over, so now they've got a little nook they can come in here. All right, so initially we had the milk crates right end up. So we flipped it over and now it's open on the bottom as well, so they can crawl in, and then it's open. And we took a metal paint tray, and what I did is just screwed it into the frame of the chickshaw and also to underside here on the roosting. And I'll show you. And then I took carpet. They sell the little mats at the dollar store, and I just cut it to size. So just to hit this little mat from the dollar store, it's really soft and kind of grippy on this side. And so that way, cut to size, and we can take it out if it gets gross. We can hose it down. We can replace it, whatever. It's only $1.25.
And it's cleanable.
Yeah. So I'll show you with this plastic one. So even laying flat, it's designed, the paint to fall towards the front, right? So now the eggs fall to the front. There's one right here.
And the chickens can roost on that, right?
Yeah, so they can roost here and obviously here, but I took some molding that we had laying around and I created a little barrier so that, because we were having a problem, they were roosting on this bar and then pooping in the box.
Yeah.
So we still had dirty eggs. And so this stops them from their little butts from hanging over into the nesting box.
And that's why that one bar is so poopy.
Yeah.
It is the poop blocker.
Yeah. So here, they'll lay, and then they go right on in.
And you got it curved so that the egg, when it rolls down, it won't break.
Right. So I
curved up.
Are you talking about the carpet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I cut a little extra so it goes up on the lip, and so they don't. It's got a little buffer. Now.
So as you see, the skinny end is towards the back of the nesting box. The bigger end, which is where it slopes down,
like
so
a little paint well,
it creates its own little gravity flow.
Yep.
And then you wrapped the carpet underneath, so it was a cushion.
Yep, I cut it a little longer than just the base of it so that it can kind of go up and over.
And you put these bars in to block it, and they can roost, but then you also set that bar
so they can't get
piece
the
of
eggs.
wood. Right. So when we come out to get eggs,
we only have to lift up this bar.
you just lift up the bar.
Yep. And they're hidden so they don't see them. And also to prevent the eggs from coming back up, or for just in case the hens wouldn't be able to see the eggs once they rolled like through here, I cut some t-shirt and just fringed it and then attached it to this bar. So it creates a little curtain.
And then you just put that piece of wood in between.
Replace that once you get all the eggs so that they don't see them, they can't get to them.
And it rests right on top of the paint tray.
Yeah.
And the paint tray is connected to the roosting bars.
Yeah, to this roosting bar.
Yeah.
Anywhere it could, honestly. Like it bumps up on the bottom of here.
Yeah.
And then it's screwed into the framing here.
Okay, so you screwed the back of it into the frame, and you screwed the front into any of the roosting bars.
Wherever I could brace it, yeah.
And where you couldn't connect it, you used those ties.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
See, it wasn't quite long enough.
Yeah, so some L brackets or whatever.
And that way I was able to go a little, like it doesn't press up here as well. Like, so I was able to get the angle a little further down just to make sure that the eggs definitely rolled out of the nesting box. It was some trial and error. At first we did not have this bar in. So like I said before, they were pooping in the nesting boxes, which defeated the purpose. Yeah, the eggs were coming down the ramp, but they were still dirty. And then, so that was a fix for there. And then also, sometimes, depending on where the chickshaw was, the eggs wouldn't quite roll down as efficiently as I wanted them to. So by using the L brackets and the straps here, I was able to create more of a steep slope with the paint trays, and therefore the eggs, no matter where the chickshaw is, they go on down the ramp.
So this has been our latest. So we've done a couple of adaptations along the way.
Yes, and as is, it's been about a week, and as you can see, there is no poop in the nesting boxes.
And you've got a visitor.
And we have a visitor. They always come look.
Say, hey, getting you some grit? All right. So there's our grit feeder, and over there we've got calcium, which we actually use their eggs, leftover eggs after we eat them, and you crush them up and blend them really kind of fine and give them their calcium.
Yep.
Well, at least we know you're eating it. That's good.
And we can tell when they're out and they need more calcium.
Hey.
There's one of our girls that will lay a real soft egg.
Gotcha. So that's a indicator they're needing calcium. Hey there.
It's probably those two.
Check. Yeah, probably. Checking us out. An easy DIY roll-away nesting box. How much do you think you spent total, paint trays and carpet?
Per nesting box, it was maybe $7 with tax.
So for 21 bucks and a little bit of finagling, and we already had the milk crates. They were already in use. So about 20 bucks. And then now your chickens are happy. They're getting their calcium, which is kind of cool. Now you see them using the dispensers, and now you know they're using them. No more dirty eggs, no more poop on the eggs. It really has been a lifesaver. And
no more eaten eggs.
Yeah.
Like we actually get eggs now.
It was gross when you come out and there's like egg yolk and it's all sticky and nasty. I mean, chickens are going to poop no matter what. Their chickshaw is not the cleanest thing in the world, but it does have the mesh bottom, so most of it falls through. But they're chickens. They're going to make a mess. Oh, listen. You're just hanging out today.
Hi.
Checking us out. The curious ones looking for them eggs. I bet that's one of them. What you think?
Well, and it was just disheartening. You come out, you know, and in one day you'd only get one egg, maybe two. I mean,
Yes.
frustrating.
And they're eating your eggs.
Right.
And it's like crack to them. They just went crazy. Well, we'll walk down and show you our future egg layers. They're a few weeks away from joining the big flock. Some more Rhode Island Reds. You ladies are doing great. We're moving them quite a bit down here. They're just not old enough to kind of defend themselves and join the bigger flock. We don't want them to be picked on, attacked, or anything negative happen to them, because they're kind of replacing some of the other egg layers that are starting to pass away just due to old age, or if they've gotten egg bound or anything like that. So how much longer do you think if they're 3 months old?
Just like maybe 2 weeks or so, because probably in another month they should be laying, if not a month and a half. Like,
so we'll have to
4 and 5 months. So I'd like
clip
to get
their
them
wings
up before they start laying.
Yeah, clip their wings. It will definitely be some pecking order going on.
Yeah.
Just like it does anytime you join new birds. But they're doing good. They're healthy, running around getting fresh grass daily, but also protected so they can grow. And then eventually we'll get into the egg laying with them. And we've also got our next batch of 55 meat birds coming in the first week of August. So we'll have one more round of meat birds. Try to get that done before it gets too chilly at night. Typically, I don't know, you get around October, start getting those fall nights where it's kind of cool, but by then they should be a little bit older and close to processing. All right, well, there you go. Roll-away nesting boxes for about $21, $22. Hopefully it'll help you with your situation if you've got egg layers that are getting into your eggs and eating them or pooping all over them. So we hope you enjoy this video, and we'll see you on the next one. That's right. You tell them.